Hey everybody, Black Friday is upon us, and I know you're all preparing your marketing campaigns and your ads, and you're all super excited, but you would be surprised how many things can go wrong just because of small practical details. So to make sure that your store is running super smoothly, we're here to help you out, and I'm no store setup expert, which is why I have Walters from Integrations with me today.
Hey everyone, thank you Elizabeth and thanks for having me here.
Thank you for coming. And not only do I have Walters here, also I have the wonderful community manager, Esther, in the comments, along with a few customer support team experts. So make sure to drop any questions that you have in the chat below. Now, we're going to be going through a little bit of a checklist to make sure that your store is completely ready and that you're not going to run into any issues. So without further ado, let's get started.
Yes. So the first thing you would need to check to make sure that your store is ready for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, the first thing is to check if your store is properly connected to your integration and it's in a healthy status. To do so, the first place to check it is on Printful dashboard. So let's head over to store section where we can see all of the Printful stores that you have connected. For example, this is my test environment where I can see all of the stores connected to this Printful account.
This looks good so far. Okay, there's a bunch of green that I'm seeing.
Yes, the green is a good indicator. So it says that the integration is connected and everything is working perfectly. Let's scroll over and look for some, like for example, this store. You can see a red badge that says error.
I wonder what that would mean.
Exactly. So let's check it out. Yeah, this store, as you can see, is experiencing authorization error. And these kind of banners will be shown for every authorization or syncing error that your integration might have. And we always provide you with a clear call to action what to do in these cases. For this particular case, as I mentioned before, it's an authorization error, so the easiest way to fix it is just to simply reconnect your store. You can click on reconnect, you will then be guided to your integration, to your platform where you will need to log in once again, and the store sync will be operational again.
And if your store is synced, what does that mean?
That means that Printful is communicating with the platform successfully. It means that every change, every order, every product is synced. It means that an incoming order for example, on the Shopify will be then imported into Printful, and Printful can then fulfill the order.
Okay, awesome. So that means once you get your orders on Black Friday, they're going to automatically get fulfilled by us. You can be making money in your sleep, literally.
Exactly. While we are in this view, I can also mention you need to check your products. You can see that there are products that are not synced. For example, these two products, the only products in this test store, they're not synced. So please check your product statuses before the peak season. If you have products that you wish to sell and wish to fulfill with Printful during the Black Friday and Cyber Monday period, make sure that they're synced. That's easy to do. You can open the product, choose product, and then go through the syncing process by adding design, choosing product, setting up prices, setting up descriptions, and everything that's related to the product you wish to sell.
Mm-hmm. So if you've added a product originally, does it usually come synced already?
Yes, that's a good question, Elizabeth. The products that are being pushed from Printful side, they always are in sync status. They lose sync if something happens. If something bad happens, I don't know. For example, there's an issue on the integration side, or you have deleted the product. Then you have deleted the product, for example, on Etsy store. Then it will be in unsynced status and eventually will get deleted on Printful side as well. But if you push products from Printful, they will be synced. Another scenario is if you import existing products, For example, you can create a product on Shopify, on Etsy, on WooCommerce, then import it into Printful. Then you will need to sync it for Printful to be able to fulfill it.
Okay, makes sense so far. So now that we are done with making sure that our store is synced up, what is our next checklist thing?
The next checklist, the next item on the checklist is shipping.
Okay.
We need to be sure that everything is set up for the shipping. You need to make sure that your shipping profiles are set up. You need to make sure that your, for example, on Shopify, markets you sell to are set up. I will showcase you how it looks on the Shopify on the markets. So basically, on Shopify dashboard, you can head over to markets and see to which markets you are selling. Mm-hmm. Like for example, here I can see that I'm currently enabled United States and international. And Shopify comes really handy over here because it's already mentioning that I'm not selling to one country. So let's check what it is, like which sales am I losing? It's
for
Spain.
Spanish customers.
Unfortunately, it's Spain. And yeah, you can see that it says that you won't be able to check out. That customers who wish to order to a Spanish address, they won't be able to check out on your store.
Okay, so what can we do to fix that?
Yes, there are two options. We can either add it to one of the existing markets or we can create a new one. As Spain falls into international sales, let's add it to the international market. Let's open the international market. On the top, let's click Edit. And here we can see all of the regions, all of the countries that are added to this market. And over here, we can click Add Countries. Here, let's search for Spain. Let's select it, click Done, click Save, and now Spain is added to the international market, and Spanish customers can order from our store.
Nice, real nice. Okay. So markets are essentially important to make sure that everyone who you have in your audience, I don't know, it could be a fan if you're a content creator, or it could be just like a customer who stumbles upon your store, they can order everything, right?
Yes, they can order everything. And a tip from my side is to always test everything with integration. Like, you can feel free to create test orders. Mm-hmm. Try to play a game that you're a customer on your own store. Like, create an order, see if it comes into Printful dashboard. Yeah, like that's the best approach, to test everything out and to try how it feels from the customer side.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Now, have we covered everything when it comes to like shipping and markets and stuff?
Another thing I can mention while I'm in the Shopify dashboard over here is checkout. Shopify recently changed how orders are fulfilled and imported into Printful. So there's this new setting, order processing. There are two options, even three. You can automatically fulfill the order line items, fulfill with the gift cards, or don't fulfill any of the order items. Mm-hmm. And basically what this means, if you, for example, select automatically fulfill the order line items, every order who has products that are synced with Printful, we will automatically import the order.
We want that.
We want that, okay. Exactly. But if you don't, for some reason, this will require, for each order, you will need to manually request fulfillment for Printful. Mm-hmm. And that basically means opening every order on Shopify side and clicking request fulfillment. So a lot of manual work.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good, especially during a spike in orders.
Yes,
during Black Friday.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, let's say, since we're talking about shipping, What happens if I want to offer free shipping to customers during Black Friday?
Free shipping. Yeah, that's a really good call, Elizabeth.
I work in marketing, I should be able to decide at least that.
You are giving me all the good topics over here. Yeah, free shipping. So basically, you can once you're pushing the product, you can select free shipping option when pushing the product. I strongly advise to do this during the Black Friday and Cyber Monday period. Our internal research has even shown that sales are boosted with free shipping during this period.
I mean, makes sense, If you've ever shopped online and you just kind of compare, okay, this is a decent price, and then you see that the shipping is like $5 or something, you're like, I could live without that. That could be fine. When you look at something and something is a little bit pricier, but then you go, oh, but that's free shipping. You could do that. But once you select a free shipping option, does that mean that we're just gonna ship the products for free?
That's another good point, Elizabeth. Free shipping is not free shipping from us. Mm-hmm. Free shipping is on merchant's side to decide, and yeah, we should always, when creating products and enabling free shipping, think about the costs, because shipping isn't free. So a good advice is to add this shipping costs into the product price. Always make sure that you're still making profit even if you have enabled free shipping.
Okay, makes sense. Is there something on a practical side on how to do that?
You can always edit prices for the products that are synced with Printful. Mm-hmm. So if you choose to enable free shipping, head over to your integration, enable free shipping, then head over to Printful, edit prices, and set the profit as high you need to cover the free shipping costs. Mm-hmm. Not the free shipping costs, and also still make profit.
Okay. Now, is our store operational now? Have we covered everything on a practical side?
It looks so. I can see that stores are active and we are ready. The integration is in healthy status. Printful is ready to receive your orders. Your integration is ready to receive the orders. And Printful is communicating successfully with your store.
Okay, but now that you know that your store is running well, you should probably reassure your customers as well, right? Like, I don't know, I feel like even though you have that sense of security that you've checked everything during a stressful time like Black Friday when people are hunting for deals, they often want to know how soon something is going to be shipped out, what's going on with their order. They want to be reassured. Is there anything we can do in terms of providing information? What can be done? Where should people look?
Yes. Once orders come into Printful, we provide an estimated delivery time. That's a prediction we calculate based on how big of a workload our facilities have. What are the status with our partners in carrier? So we calculate this estimated delivery time. It's still a prediction, but it's a pretty good one.
And does that differ based on where your customer is located?
Yes. We always look for the nearest facility we have. Like, for example, if you live in Charlotte, we will fulfill the order in our North Carolina facility.
Okay.
If you have ordered a product that's been shipped to Spain, we have a facility in Barcelona as well. So it will most likely be fulfilled in Barcelona's facility. Mm-hmm. So we always look for the closest facility to make sure that the order gets to the buyer by the shortest time possible. Mm-hmm. At the same time, if you have a customer who's constantly asking for updates, like where is my order, you can always head over to Printful dashboard to orders section. And here you can see all of your orders that have been imported into Printful. You can filter them out by selecting the store you need You can search them by an ID. For example, you receive a request. My order ID number is being delayed. What's happening? You can head over to Printful dashboard, search for the order, open the order, see everything related to the order, see order history where you can see when was it created, when did it get to the fulfillment, when it's being shipped out, and all of the statuses.
I mean, we would hope that you wouldn't have as many needs approval and failed stuff. This is just a test account. This shouldn't look like that usually.
Yes, this is our internal test account. So we are playing with breaking stuff. So basically this is the place where we check all of these situations and look for.
Yeah, but this is the info hub. This is where you see all of the order information from your side. Is there any place where customers can get that information?
Yes, definitely.
I mean, apart from pestering you and asking you and emailing you.
Yeah. First thing is that for some integrations, we provide estimated delivery times already on the product listing before you have ordered it. So you open a product listing, you browse for a t-shirt you want, you found it, it's perfect t-shirt, and you can already see at what date, in what date range it will be delivered. Okay. So that's one place. Another place is tracking submits, and we will provide the customer with emails once the order is shipped, when it's gonna come in, and so on. Yeah, and from Printful side, you can also update how you provide this information. You can also link your social accounts. You can add your logo, and there will be like a custom-made tracking page where your customers can track the statuses of your orders.
So they don't see Printful's name anywhere. They will see your logo, your contact info, your social media accounts.
Exactly. Yeah, we are trying to be as white label as possible, so the merchant is the brand, and Printful isn't mentioned anywhere.
Okay, so customers can learn a bunch of really cool stuff, but is there any place where you should be checking in advance? I mean, the reason why I ask is that Black Friday is a super stressful time. Like, it's super exciting, right? It's one of the biggest selling holidays and shopping holidays for virtually anyone in e-commerce, but it's one of the scariest times for people, especially if it's your first Black Friday. Don't be too stressed or anything, but is there any reassurance that people can get about like additional like delays, stuff happens? Where should they be looking?
Everywhere in Printful and in your email box. If there are any delays happening, you will receive an email about it. At the same time, we have recent updates page where you can check for latest news, for any notifications about some delays or any fulfillment delays or delivery delays or issues with carriers and stuff like that. So don't worry, Printful will communicate this with you.
Okay. So yeah, make sure that your notifications are turned on in terms of like getting emails from us. And in case something happens, like there's no additional delays there, but you don't see any additional information, if an order is delayed for more than 5 days past the, I guess, like estimated delivery time, you can just contact our customer service team, ask them a question. They're going to help you out. They're the nicest people ever. And even in that case, like if something genuinely does happen, you're gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. So we've checked out everything. Our store looks fine. But okay, I feel like there is one thing that we haven't covered though, which is the money side. The Printful wallet, the whole dreaded topic. So why don't we check that out first? So before even like delving into all of the sanity checks and all of the, like triple, double checking how everything works, something that we get a lot as a question is why can't customers pay Printful directly? Like, why do we even have a payment system? Why do we even have these like transactions? What's the Printful wallet? All of these things. And we've like covered that in a bunch of other stuff in like previous videos. But the TLDR of that is that we don't have any information about your customers. So like we don't know who's buying from you. All of that info about them is on your side. Additionally, most of the time, your store is hosted on a platform that is not like, it's not us. It's not like affiliated with us. We're integrated with it, but we don't have all of the transactional information as well from that side, which means that we can't just like charge your customers directly. As a little bit of a metaphor, think of running a grocery store. We might be delivering the milk, but we're not collecting payments from the people who buy milk directly. So to solve for all of that, we have several ways to manage payments. The two main ones is having a payment like option added, like a billing method, adding your card, or using our internal system, which is the Printful wallet. Some people think of the wallet as like I guess like a piggy bank where we take a cut or something. That doesn't happen. Like my favorite way to describe it or explain it is that we're sitting across from each other. That's you, that's Printful. The Printful wallet is kind of a table between us where to make sure that we can access the funds to pay for the orders that are being fulfilled, you've just like left a certain amount of money on that table. If you want to take it out, you just withdraw the money from the Printful wallet. So now that we've like figured out the theoretical part, I'm sure many of you have already added a billing method, but just to, make sure, cover it. Where can we do that? Where can you find all the info?
Yeah, it's Printful dashboard.
Shocking, right? But essentially you open the billing method section, you add your primary billing method. You can also, choose something like PayPal or Klarna if you are in certain markets or in certain countries. That would essentially help you out by not having to pay immediately, but it's kind of like a buy now, pay later thing, but for the internal money system that we have going on. You can also, to make sure that you've prepared for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, go through like a list of most common things that need to be set up for you to make sure that you're selling successfully. So we have a very useful FAQ section about that, if we could go there, where essentially there's like a checklist of a few things that you can do to make sure that your stuff is going on. So it's going to be the second one over there. Yeah, thank you. The very first and most common problem with like around Black Friday is that people get a higher number of orders than they're used to. So even if you didn't run into any issues before, now might be a time, and then you're missing out on orders because there's just some things you didn't think about. If you have a billing method added, there might be the case where you have either number of transaction limits or total payment per day limits. And once Black Friday rolls around, you get more orders, and it results in like a lot of these small payments, and your bank might flag that, might block these payments, etc. What you can do in advance to make sure that it doesn't happen is reach out to your bank and talk to them and like make sure that, hey guys, this is not fraud. No one's scamming me. Please allow these many transactions. And so that can solve for that. Another issue on a similar vein that you could be running into is like running out of money in your Printful wallet. So let's say you constantly have like a certain amount of money there, but because there's more orders coming in, like that amount of money for that specific time is not going to be enough. So you can solve for that by either adding more money to the wallet or enabling auto recharge as a function. We can really quickly like show you where that is located, but essentially same place, billing, auto recharge on off. You can do the whole like specific amount of money thing. Very easy to use, very useful. We also have like a pricing guide and a billing guide. We have a bunch of resources. We're going to link everything in the description, and it's not going to be too hard to use. And I'm pretty sure that we've covered like all of the money related topics, right? I don't know. I feel like at this point we could go into the Q&A. How are you guys feeling? Let's see. Now you have your own mouse, I have mine. We can start looking into some of the questions prepared by our community manager. Okay, so can you discuss the best practices for pricing? Is cheapest price best, or can a unique product add to the value of the product? Well, both are options. So there are different ways to go about your pricing strategy. Think about first who your audience is. Think about like what your unique selling proposition is. And think about what image you're trying to project for your brand. So let's say your audience is like, say you create content or you're a musician or whatever, your audience are fans of you. At that point, the absolute cheapest price point is not going to be your best strategy. You're not competing on price with other sellers. You know, people don't buy like a branded t-shirt from you just because it's cheap. Like they're buying something from you because they like you. Versus if you are creating like these trendy meme designs, for example, that is something that you might need to compete on price with. Yes, a unique product, artistic value, maybe you're an artist that's putting your art on a canvas, that is not going to be a cheapest price thing. When you're thinking about your pricing, consider the different techniques that you could use for fulfillment. Consider the different kinds of products and fabrics. Some are more premium, some are specifically eco-friendly. And think about all of the additional benefits that you could be adding to your product that could justify a higher price point. If you're running a more premium brand, having a slightly higher average price is going to add to that premium feeling, believe it or not. And additionally, consider the money split between shipping and the actual price of your product. So just like we mentioned, especially during Black Friday, part of the thing that you can do to make it, I guess, easier for people to spend money on your products is to add a free shipping option.
Yeah, this is a good point, and I would also suggest to look at the place you're selling into. Like, for example, on a marketplace like Etsy, you can even get your product listed higher in the rankings if you provide free shipping. So maybe in that case, a higher price with a shipping price included in the product will result in a higher ranking of your product compared to a cheaper product.
That is a pro tip, truly. So yeah, I can't really say what is the best way, but we're gonna add resources, and we even have like a pricing strategy video that we're going to link in the description. Look into your specific situation rather than looking for an overall answer, I guess is the point. But yeah, let's move on. When and where you post shipping deadlines for the holidays. Can you help us out with that?
That's on the recent updates page.
Pretty sure. Yeah, so what this question is referring to is our holiday order deadlines. This is a super useful thing and something that we work very hard to implement. And what it essentially does is, for different product categories, there are different potential, fulfillment times. If your customers want to get products for the holidays, let's say they want to buy Christmas presents, they want to make sure that it gets to them on time, and you are not, running an operation in your garage anymore potentially, and so you can't really promise, okay, I'm gonna stay up all night, I'm gonna fulfill something, you're gonna get it on Christmas. What you can do instead, though, is you can go here, which is the gigantic table with all of the times and business days it takes to fulfill certain products in certain categories. Communicate this to your customers. Don't just sit on this and consider this. Your customers want to know when they need to order the product in advance. And we can find that where? Recent updates, right?
On printful.com/recent updates.
Okay, with a little hyphen between recent and updates. But yeah, this is like one of my favorite things ever. Like, I don't think I ever even thought about this before like starting to work in POD, but this is crucial information. Okay, do you have statistics on whether clothing sells better if we use models to show our designs, or does just the different product shots or the clothing is enough? So what this is referring to is our mock-ups.
Product mock-ups,
yeah. There are different ways to display product on your store, and what I'm remembering now is something that our photographer Tim told me one day, actually, which I, again, never thought about before talking to him. When you are on a catalog view of a store, you're looking at all of the available products. And for those situations, you want to avoid busyness. You want to avoid like unnecessary faces and stuff like that. So maybe just like a product on a hanger or something that focuses on your design is best, so that, you know, your customer can compare products more easily without kind of having to necessarily immediately see how something fits on a body. Versus when you enter into product view and you look at an individual product, it's super trustworthy to be able to see how a product fits, right? It also creates a sense of humanity around your product. You know, like if I'm wearing something and I'm smiling, like it feels like I like it and stuff. But where can you even, you know, find mock-ups like it at what step?
That's there are two options. You're either doing this for imported products that you have created on your integration, or you can choose the mock-ups when you're creating product from Printful side. This is called the mock-up step for the product push flow. Once you created your design, set up everything, then there's a step of mock-ups. You can choose from different variety of mock-ups, and like Elizabeth mentioned, that main mock-up is one thing, and when you open a product listing, you should showcase many mock-ups, and then from how it looks on the body, how it looks on a hanger, or lifestyle mock-ups.
Right.
So yeah, that's a option as well. When you push, you can add additional mock-ups, so you don't have to just have this one mock-up that will do the job. You can add many mock-ups on your integration. That's one thing. For products that are already in your store, for example, if you have pushed a product and only added new one, or you have imported a product and then synced it, you can always head over to Printful, then click open the store, find the product you wish to get new mock-ups, and there's an option to download mock-ups. You can browse all of our mock-up catalog with your design on them, click download, add it to your store, use it on your marketing, on your Instagram, on your Facebook, on your social media to spread the word.
So if you have products added already, a good step before Black Friday, Cyber Monday would be to go through some of the other products, maybe, you know, download some new mock-ups, refresh your store a little bit, and consider simple mock-ups, catalog view, more complex, close-up, featuring models, all of that stuff goes into product view. Awesome. Yeah. Now, can you elaborate on test orders? So what are some ways that people could test out all of the process? You know, your pro tip.
Testing out orders. purely depends on the integration. So there are one way to do it on Shopify, completely different way to do it on Etsy, another way to do it on WooCommerce, for example. You have to check for what are the possibilities of your integration. For example, on Shopify, you can easily head over, like I can even try to showcase it. You can easily head over to orders, click create order, browse for the product you want. At the end, you will have an option to mark it as paid, so you don't even have to struggle with entering your card details or actually paying for it. And that will be the test order. Once it's on Printful, always remember to check and cancel it before it goes into fulfillment. Otherwise, we might end up with actually fulfilling your test order.
I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but yeah. Another note is if you want to go through the process of actually receiving the order and you know, seeing it firsthand, you could also use our sample order option. So that is a way to test out the system that you have. But if you want to test out the actual product, how a design looks, how it feels, the sizing of it, everything, you can essentially like get discounts every month, which is what a sample order is. And can we really quickly show where we can find that? Sample orders. So if let's say you like, yeah, when you have your product, essentially, you could place an immediate order. It wouldn't necessarily like be in store, but if you scroll down a little bit, I think we missed it. There, personal orders.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right here, you get a separate option to create an order. It's not going to necessarily be testing out the sync between a platform, but you can get a discount off 3 products per order, 1 order per month, 20% off of that whole thing. And, you know, if you're curious about systems, Valter's way. If you're curious about your actual products, sample order way.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned that always remember to check the order status. That's testing the whole communication between Printful and your integration. Because in that case, you won't be able to make a sample order with a discount. Like, if you actually want to feel the fabric, see how the product looks and test the quality, like what Elizabeth said, like the sample order from the Printful dashboard is the way.
Okay. We gotta start moving through these quicker, they keep coming in. Can I add my own mockups to Printful's platform?
Definitely. You can head over to your platform, to your store, and add as many mockups as your integration allows it. There might be some limitations in platforms, like for example, if I remember correctly, Etsy has a limitation of 20 mockups. So choose wisely what kind of mockups you want, but feel free to add them.
There's also the option of, let's say you've placed a sample order and have your products, you can take your own pictures of them. If you're, let's say, a specific personality and have a fan base, you might want all of your listings to have a picture of you doing this on them or something. You can do that. You can order one of each of your products, take cool pictures of yourself in them, and that can add a lot more personality to your store. And you can very easily add that on each platform that you're using. Okay, that was an easy one. Nice. How does Printful still not offer green options? Your eco selections are extremely sparse, and you've gotten rid of several, making it even smaller. We're actually gradually switching to eco products from some of our staple products, and we will be adding more eco-friendly products in the future. In the meantime, you can take a look at our eco-friendly collection in our product catalog. And another thing, for more information, especially because I can tell that you care about this stuff, you can listen to the podcast episode that we have with Elena Cruz, our head of new product development, and that will essentially provide a bit more information on the flow of how new products are added, right? It's a very long process. It requires like a lot of testing. And we also have a very rigorous definition of what an eco-friendly product is. We don't just like call something eco. I don't remember the exact percentage, but a specific percentage of the materials used needs to come from, I think, recycled materials. You can take a look at all of that in our sustainability and responsibility page. But that being said, thank you for the concern either way. We, as like an on-demand production company, care about making sure that all of our products eventually would, be as eco-friendly as we can possibly get them. And seeing that our customers care about that as well is genuinely very meaningful. But yeah, this is going to be to you. I see the word function in it, and I immediately go, not me. Is there any new functions on the website coming soon? Like in my templates, show on the overlay which of my stores I have linked the template to.
Yes, there are definitely new functions coming into the website.
Can you talk about them?
Not specifically. Let's keep it a bit of a secret. But there are multiple new functions coming to the website. Some of them are even going to be launched before the peak, before the Cyber Monday and Black Friday. There are really exciting features coming up next year. We have a exciting roadmap ahead of us with a lot of new features that will help our merchants to sell better, to communicate better, to do daily stuff better. So there are a lot of exciting functions coming.
Mm-hmm. I mean, right around the time of Black Friday, we kind of try to like focus on maintenance and making sure that all of our forces are going towards our orders being fulfilled as well as possible. But that doesn't mean that we can't introduce some cool new features.
Exactly. One of the features that I want to highlight that's already launched, it's been launched like, if I remember correctly, for a month now, is design on multiple products.
Right, yeah. I remember hearing about that being like a question from our customers like a couple of years ago, and seeing it finally like come to fruition was super exciting. How does it work?
It currently works in product templates. You can create a template and it is designed on multiple products. Then you can save them
at the same time.
At the same time, exactly. For example, you've got a great design you want to put on a T-shirt, you want to put on a hoodie, you want to put on a hat. You can do it in one designing process.
So let's say you've created a new art piece and you've released a new album or something, and you want that album art on like different products. You could literally just do that.
Exactly. Yeah. Currently, it's limited to 5 products, but we're already looking to increase this.
Okay, awesome. Look forward to new features. We, can't necessarily reveal everything in just like one live stream, but there are some features coming. Okay, can you talk about metadata and if it helps to add specific product data? How does that data impact search engine optimization? Do you want to take some of this?
Yes, it's always to better add more information. Like search engine optimization, or in short SEO, always helps. It will, for self-hosted platforms, even more. For example, in WooCommerce, ranking in Google and finding your product is a key thing. And the more metadata with your keywords will be there, the better for your website.
Right, like when the way I think about metadata is like a hidden wish listing in a sense, like if anyone remember Wish? I don't know if it's still a thing, but you would see like product titles that would be 17 lines long with every single word that could be even potentially related to it. And what search engine optimization literally is creating something with people's searches in mind, right? Like, so we know what people are kind of looking for, but pretty broadly, how can we make sure that they can still find our stuff regardless of what they're looking for.
Exactly. Yeah, like as I said, the more keywords you use, the better. Like I mentioned, WooCommerce, for example, like a self-hosted platform. You can add these keywords to your mock-up names, for example. You can edit them. Like if you push it now, it will be a simple naming of a mock-up. But if you adjust it, that matches your audience, that will boost your SEO and help you to reach customers through Google.
So like, yeah, make sure to add your brand name to all of that stuff. Make sure to add different ways to even like misspell the actual like naming of the product. Add anything that people could be, you know, searching for and could like fit the vibe. Okay, I think, okay, what time is it? I guess there's like one more question we could take. It's like, we've been going for 45 minutes. I think there's something coming in. But while we're waiting for that, just a note to everybody, don't like stress if you joined halfway through and you're like now kind of scrambling to like rewind and see what we've covered. This live stream is going to be available after, virtually immediately after we post this. And you're going to be able to like follow through it step by step, kind of like a checklist, to make sure that your store is running super smoothly, and even like do all of the like testing orders steps. So once this is over, like don't run anywhere, save it for later, and make sure to get ready for Black Friday that way. Yeah, okay, I see that one more question coming in. Okay. Product requests I am getting are sports cards with customizing on the backs and bubble mailers. Any thoughts on these? Right, so this is something that comes down to like new product development and additions. I mean, I personally have also like a bunch of different product ideas that I think of sometimes, and I'd be like, oh, I would love to like have this specific thing, but we can't necessarily like add every single product due to how many people would be buying it necessarily, or also like production testing. Like sometimes we want to add something and then it goes through our very lengthy testing process and turns out that we can't necessarily fulfill it to the quality that we would want. But thank you for the suggestion anyway. It sounds super cool. Not just super cool, but also like there's probably a very specific market for it, right? But we are currently, you know, working on our product roadmap for next year, and we might be able to add something like that to it. I can't promise any of that. I don't work on new products, but you know, I'll pass it on. And yeah, I also, I guess on the same like note, I kind of recommend listening to the podcast we have with Chris Wozels, who like explains in detail how product testing happens. Our podcast episodes are for the like, you know, more in-depth information, and he like gives a good example of how long of like this kind of testing period it took for us to launch Color Reel, which is unlimited color embroidery. Like that was a huge step that introduced a bunch of new opportunities, and it's something that people benefited from. But it took us a very long time of just, you know, testing and iterating and finding the right way to deliver a good result to customers. So if you're interested in new products being launched, I suggest going there and listening to this first. But okay, how do you feel? I think we've spent more than enough time on making sure that we've covered everything.
Spend quality 15 minutes.
Yeah, true. Okay, Black Friday is super soon. We know that it's scary, but you're gonna be fine. We're all gonna be fine. And make sure to come back to this live stream once it's posted. Prepare for Black Friday, launch your marketing campaigns, and happy selling. Thank you so much, Walters, for coming over.
Thank you for having me, Elizabeth.
It was fun. Okay, we'll see you around. Bye-bye, you guys.
Bye.